Hello, welcome to Tarot and Nails, or welcome back, and thank you to everyone who has subscribed, and if you have not subscribed yet, please do. If this reading resonates, please leave a comment. We can have a conversation. Let me know what's up. Let's get into it. So this is just going to be a general reading for the collective. I only do general readings, not sign specific, and I do post every day. Oh god, okay. Okay. What does the collective need to know? Ooh, a lot of cards just jumping out. Okay. Let's see. The first one that came out. So I got the Knight of Wands. All right. Ooh. Tower. Ace of Swords. A star. What is going on here? I feel like for most of you, this tower that's coming through, you've got a tower. You've got this tower that's coming through. This is going to be related to, for most of you, a relationship that has had you up in your head. This person has been acting odd lately. They've been distant, and you've been trying to just ride the wave of whatever they're doing, the vibe, so that you can try to piece together what's going on behind the scenes. Okay. Also got the Eight of Wands here, but this one has a butterfly in this deck. So there's a lot of communication. So you're kind of playing like a detective is what I'm getting in this relationship, trying to sort out what this Knight of Wands is doing, why they've pulled back, why they haven't become, you know, more communicative with their feelings, with their thoughts. They've really like pulled back and become a lot more reserved. Let's see what else we have here, and I'll clarify these all too. We've also got the star, which in this deck is represented by the sunflower. So this person sees you as too good for them. So that is why, that's one of the reasons why they have started acting strange. I think they've started to get to know you and seen your accomplishments, how you work, how you operate, how you are with your friends and your family. They view you as like a class above them. They're looking down on themselves, which is why they've started this narrative in their head of, oh, I'm not good enough for the collective, I'm not good enough for this person, which has shifted their behavior, which is when you started noticing something was up. Wheel of Fortune in reverse. You can't really see a life without this person. You have been perplexed by what's been going on with them and why they've been acting weird. If this doesn't work out, which I don't see that happening, I don't see a breakup, I just see a lot of confusion, you communicating consistently with this person and them just becoming more and more withdrawn. But you can't picture your life without this person. They complete you. You could be in the dating phases, or you could even be married. That's too many cards. But they're almost having like an existential crisis. Like I think they had a misperception about you. Oh, I just got this card. Oh my god. Okay, so the Paladin. This is an extra card in this deck. Jeez. Okay. Yeah, this person does not feel adequate when it comes to you. They think that they are, you know, more communicative, consistently with this person. They view you as like a class above them. They're looking down on themselves, which is why they've started this narrative in their head of, oh, I'm not good enough for the collective, I'm not good enough for this person. But you can't really see a life without this person. You can't picture your life without this person. If this doesn't work out, which I don't see that happening, I don't see a breakup, I just see a lot of confusion. But they're almost having like an existential crisis. Like I think they had a misperception about you. Oh, I just got this card. Oh my god. Okay, so the Paladin. This is an extra card in this deck. unaccomplished. They might feel like they're not capable of matching you financially. A lot of you might be very well known, like within your community or within the industry where you work. They don't have that. They're basically the opposite of you. But I definitely feel like they're going within. It's giving me kind of like hermit vibes, where they're really assessing their own behavior and their actions and how they got to where they are. Let's get some clarifiers here and see what's going on. Why does this person feel less than when compared to the collective? Why does this person Okay, they are not in touch with their... Ooh, they're spiritually jealous of you too. Okay. They're not in any way tapped into their higher self or intuition, or they don't have guides. They don't have anything spiritually that you have. And I think that's why they're realizing it now. Before, they were comparing and contrasting you and them against more material gains, more material comparisons. But I think just very recently they've realized spiritually, ooh, yeah, this is really upsetting them. This is wrecking them. So the Knight of Quarta in this deck is the Knight of Wands. So they're definitely a knight. They're representing that energy of like, this person might also be very unstable when it comes to relationships in their past. I'm not saying with your relationship, but in their past, they were owning that Knight of Wands, where it's like their passion was sparked, they would run towards you, then they would get what they wanted and then move on to the next. So this person might have been one of those people before they met you, where they were very much in and out of people's lives. And that goes for all aspects of their life, not just their romantic life. But now that this person has had this spiritual understanding about who you are and where you stand, they're having a hard time accepting that. Before this realization, they may have put on a lot of shows and gimmicks to get your attention. I think they're reflecting on that now and realizing that that was probably not the best approach. Even though you were receptive to it, they're embarrassed by their past behaviors. What I'm getting the name like Jason, Jacob, Jonathan, Kale, Cole, and Tommy. But this person was always very showy. They're very showboaty. They may be very loud as well, just to kind of get people's attention. But they're really in their head now. The tower that they caused you by distancing themselves is now hitting them. Okay. This is affecting them to the point where they're not going to work. Maybe some of you know that already, or maybe this is like the first time you're hearing it for a lot of you, but they're not handling this realization well. They're not holding up to their end of agreements, specifically employment, or if they have their own business, they've checked out, and the business is kind of just running itself, and they may not be answering calls. They really at this time want to be alone. They might be binge eating. They might be eating too much. Someone may want to check in on this person. I feel like they're in some really bad energy and they're really in their head. They're cycling their own karma. It's almost like they're being forced to face how they behaved before, not with you specifically, but just how they've approached life in a very false way. Attention grabbing falsities is what I'm getting. They may have even I'm getting that some of them may have even ruined someone's marriage or someone's wedding prior to meeting you. And that's maybe why they don't believe in marriage. I'm feeling like a lot of them are very carefree. They don't want to be tied down. Something about the time frame of November might be significant. That may have been when this happened. May have also been during like a new moon phase. They could also be a fire sign or an earth sign. Aries, Leo, Sagittarius, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. Doesn't have to be. Let's get the rest of these clarifiers. Figure out what's going on here. Yeah, they're eating a lot. And I feel like they're not really going out. So they might be getting a lot of like delivery, making themselves a lot of food to comfort themselves at this time. They're very embarrassed by their previous actions. Oh my God. This person is definitely feeling very burdened. And it's their own mind that's making them feel burdened. Okay. Okay, so this separation, I wouldn't really call it a separation, but this time when they have gone dark, if you will, that caused you this tower moment here. I love this deck, it's so pretty. You can see all of these flowers are wilting almost downward. However, you've got the two bees here that are flying up to the top. So I feel like in this deck, there's some hope. In the other decks that are more traditional, the tower looks completely hopeless. But in this one, I think that you've got the two bees. So I feel like that's the two of you in this particular reading. There's hope. I don't think this is like a reading of like breaking up or infidelity. I don't feel like anything like that is happening. I think that you're both going through a lot of spiritual awakenings, transitions at this time, more so your partner here about themselves, and that's affecting you because you two are connected. But at the end of the day, you two are going to be fine. I think that this person that you're connected to here, your partner, again, the devil in reverse, could be a Capricorn. You could be a Capricorn. Doesn't have to be. Also, Scorpio is pretty heavy here. They're viewing you now as someone that they can't do their old tricks on here. They can't do this stuff with you. It works, but it doesn't. Like, now that they see you in this new light and they recognize how much further advanced you are spiritually than they are, they're realizing that they approach this relationship all wrong. And that's part of the reason they're being so quiet, is because they don't want to fuck up again. They're embarrassed by their past behavior. They want to hide. They want to just keep their nose down and work. And that's the reason that they've been so distant. They're really not seeing people. They're not going out. They're not doing anything. They're really in self-reflection mode. They're embarrassed. A lot of them are crying quite a bit because they're really actually seeing themselves honestly and authentically for the first time. And they don't like how they've attached themselves and approached relationships. And specifically with you, they're just embarrassed. They wonder how you view them. For a lot of people, this person could work in construction. Your partner, they could work with food. But you're ready to set off on this new journey. You're ready. You're here represented as the star, clarified by the Fool. You are in the upright. You know, your partner here is showing up a lot of their energy is in the reverse, but you're not. So you're ready to step forward and move into this new chapter of your life. You're just looking back and wondering when they're going to get their shit together. You may also share a dog together that has definitely noticed that something is off with your partner, whether that animal is with you or them. If it's with them, I feel like a lot of them might just not be paying much attention to it, is the energy that I'm getting. Wheel of Fortune, Nine of Pentacles. They're going to be really slow to move out of this energy. This is going to take them a while. Like, you've noticed that they've pulled back. However, this is going to take them a minute to get out of, because they have a lot of work to do. Got the Wheel of Fortune and the Knight of Pentacles. Now, the Knight of Pentacles in this deck is Minuta. Same difference. So this is a very slow moving knight. This is someone that is taking their sweet time doing everything, which is exactly what this person needs to do, because their energy previously, this Knight of Wands, was quick moving, not really thinking, instinctual, you know, fluff kind of energy, where they were in, they were out, they weren't really thinking things through, they were making decisions based on instinct instead of logic. But now they're in this reflective period where they're taking their time. So when they do start to, you know, come forward, it's going to be slow, which is something you're not used to, because you're used to this, you know, fast fly-by-night type of energy. You're not used to them being methodical and logical, but that's how they're going to be coming towards you. Very slow. They don't want to make or repeat the same or similar mistakes. They want to see how they're behaving, almost like a mirror. There might be something significant about a show as well that you two watch that might have also helped them recognize their own behavior. They want to make sure they see how they're going to be perceived, specifically by you, before they start moving forward again. And when they do, it will be very slow. I do see you ending up with this person. This card is not in the deck traditionally, but this is a positive omen. I mean, you can't go wrong with Manicotti, right? I see the two of you being happy in the future. It's just going to take time. So you're going to need to be patient with this person as they kind of assess how they're going to face the world going forward, knowing that they don't want anything to do with how they were behaving previously. They could also be, you could be a nurse, or they could be a doctor, or something about the medical field might also be relevant to your relationship somehow. Like I said before, I definitely think there's a pet involved. Eventually this person is going to own themselves. They're just in a period of reflection right now, to where they're not really feeling themselves, and they didn't really like who they were before, so now they're trying to figure out who they are going to be going forward, but they will eventually turn into this Emperor. So they go from the Knight of Wands into the Emperor. Again, could be a fire sign, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius, doesn't have to be, just someone that's very passionate, typically very quick. But once they go through this transformation, they're going to be sitting on this throne, they're going to be self-confident, they're going to know what they're going to do and how it's going to be perceived going forward. This is a life lesson for this person that they're learning with you at this time. Let me get some clarifiers here. What does the collective need to know? What does the collective need to know? Oh. Snack. Okay, they definitely are eating their feelings at this time. I don't really know how else to say that. They may have used to have a very I don't fucking care attitude about everything. They're dropping that. They do care. They're recognizing that with you, they do care how they're perceived. They do want to change. So if they were in that energy previously, like when you were both in this, you know, devil toxic union, they may have exuded that energy, but they're not going to anymore. And then you also have vampire. This person, your partner here, they want a better life while they're here. They don't want to risk it all and then end up losing everything, which I think is the mindset that I'm feeling that they were in before, where they were just too careless, too reckless, just too much. Let's get a few more clarifiers. What else do we have for the collective? What else do we need to know? Let me know in the comments below what's going on and if this reading resonates. Clear quartz. Where's my clear quartz? So clear quartz might be the only thing that helps this person during this time. And that's some clear quartz. I have more quartz, but this is not clear. I wouldn't call that clear, but this might actually help them during this time. It's going to help keep them grounded. Then you've also got activate the void. This person is really going out there to try to fix themselves. So do give them the time that they need, but I would advise to maybe check in on them, just because I think that a lot of the ways they're dealing with their negative feelings are maybe not the healthiest. But they'll get through it. This will all, come to an end. It's just going to take time for them to process how they've been and understand how they want to be going forward. So that is all I have for you, collective. Let me know if this reading resonated, and I will see you next time. Love you, bye.